Hi, welcome to Tutor on Demand. My name is Dietmar and I'm going to present some specialist maths to you, the worst answered questions from past VCA exams. What I'm going to do is show you some solutions to the following questions from VCA exams. We've got some 2010 papers and some 2011. I've chosen a selection of questions, and the selection is based on the idea that these questions were questions that less than 50% of students got right, or less than 50% of students got full marks for. And I'm not going to do them quickly. I'm going to do the solutions in some detail and show you maybe some of the tricks of the trade for getting through an exam. I'm going to invite you at the beginning of each question to have a go at the question. So just pause the presentation and then continue with the question. And there's an allotted time for each question. It's usually about 1.5 minutes per mark. So these are the exam questions. You can get the exams out with you now if you like, and I'll go through them starting with the 2010 exam 1, question 3. So this question is basically parts A and B of question 3 of the 2010 exam 1. And it'll take about 3 minutes for you to do. So have a go at that. Hope you've paused. Now that you're back, let's have a look at the answers. Okay, when we're finding an expression for the vector AB in the form AIBJ, basically you're just going to add and subtract vector OA from vector OB. And that's fairly clear how I've shown that there. This question was done quite well, by the way, and it's the next parts of the question that were done poorly. So I'll just go through this one relatively quickly. I think that's fairly straightforward, just adding and subtracting those vectors. When we want to show the cosine of an angle between two vectors, that's pretty straightforward as well, as you can see with this expression here. And we get 4/9. A problem that often occurs is that when a question is asking for the cosine of an angle, students try and find the actual angle. Make sure you don't do that. Okay, so that was question 3A and 3B, and they were done fairly well. But it's the next question that was fairly problematic, and that's going to be a 3-mark question. So when I bring it up, take about 4.5 minutes to have a go at this question. Okay. It says, hence, find the exact area of triangle OAB. And it's important to use the word hence. And it's in bold anyway. So do read the question. In this case, a diagram might help. It's not meant to be accurate, but you can see that if I'm drawing a vector from O to A, I get OA, O to B, OB, and then I've got a vector A to B, making sure, and we can see here, that you've got head to head. And I've got the angle between OA and AB as theta. The area of a triangle, obviously, is half AB, or half BC sine theta. You're probably aware of that. And in this case, it's the angle is between OA and AB. That's why we've got half OA, AB sine theta. It says hence in the question, so really we need to use the information from part B to find sine theta. There's 2 ways to do this. One is to use the identity, as I've shown you there, and that gives us root 65/9. Another way is to just draw a right angle triangle. And you can see here that we have, we're given that we have the adjacent is 4, we've got the hypotenuse as 9, so it's not too difficult to work out that sine is going to be opposite over a hypotenuse, and in that case we just use Pythagoras to work out that's root 65/9 as well. So now that we've got sine theta, as root 65 over 9, we can just put it into our equation. We have a half times 3 times 3, root 65 over 9. Pretty simple mathematics there to work out that it's root 65 over 2. So there you have the exact area of the triangle. So I said before that parts A and B were answered really, really well, but there's only 30% of students got 4 marks for part C. And I think this is because there's a problem with reading questions, and I'll talk about that quite a bit when I go through these exam questions, that reading the question is really important. The examiner's right, hence make sure that you use that part of the question